Alright everyone, welcome to this video. It is about the GM Intercept Custom Fellow Booster, or the GM Intercept Custom FB. That's a long name, so I'm just gonna shorten it to the GM Intercept. So, this is a space only suit. Welcome to another space video. But yeah, no, this is gonna be an interesting video. Mostly because this is a really good space suit, if not one of the best for 350 and 400 cost range. Reason why this suit is very unique is it is very quick in space. As you can see, it has 135 base speed. It has a good boost speed. Oh my god, I cannot talk, and a good amount of thrusters. Since it is a space only suit, it does have space topography, so keep that in mind when we go through the rest of this video. But essentially, we're going to go over how I build it. So you can see we're a little bit early into just entering my build than what I normally am. But at the same time, we're going to go over this kind of new method of me going over my suit. So, what I typically build on my 400 cost, the level 2 GM Intercept Custom Fellow Booster, is the Rocket Bazooka times 2. Now, this suit has two choices for main weapon. It is the Rocket Bazooka times 2 and the Hyper Bazooka times 2. Now, the Hyper Bazooka times 2 also sits on the G3. But the thing is, here between the two, is the Hyper Bazookas do less damage, have longer range by 50 points, which is a lot, and 8 more ammo. So, well, ammo in the sense of it shoots 2 at a time, so it's 10 shots instead of 6 shots. But, here's the thing, the Hyper Bazooka's missiles travel slower than the Rocket Bazooka. The Rocket Bazooka does slightly more damage and reloads faster. So therefore, I go with the Rocket Bazookas because I'm trying to just stun. They're not meant really for the damage. They're meant for the stun and the rocket speed because this suit is really good at melee. So, here's the thing. Alright, this suit also has a wide variety of weapons to go along with its Rocket Bazooka. So it has a custom beam saber for this suit. Alright. It's got Vulcans, it's got its own little rocket pod system, and it has the beam spray gun. So this beam spray gun does 630 base damage with a heat rate of 40, so about two shots. The third shot will overheat unless you space them out. Then you'll be able to manage it fine. But here's the thing, alright? That's a lot of damage on a basic ass beam saber, 1700. It's a good amount, alright? Vulcans, they're okay, you know. They won't stun. I don't think they stagger, but you know they're good. The rockets, they build up stagger pretty quickly, and they are really fast. All right. So there's a lot of combos here that can work together. But the thing is, you're basically gonna mainly be between the Rocket Bazooka, the Beam Saber, and the Vulcans because you're gonna be moving a lot and you're gonna be boosting a lot. So my stats, as you can see here, are mainly spread out between HP, melee resistance, range boost, and melee boost. So I put a little bit of range boost on there to kind of like, you know, add a little oomph to my Vulcans and bazookas. Mostly because this suit's got an okay amount of health for 400 cost, and being real here with this build, I didn't think I needed to add anymore. So I threw on some damage. But my build, pieces wise, includes the levels 1, 3, and 4 enhanced melee program, strength and frame level 5, shooting program level 3, anti-melee armor level 1, and new model frame level 1. So how this build works out is essentially it really capitalizes on the strong melee of the Intercept Custom, and it basically allows you to be a lot more aggressive, a lot more frontlining, a lot more just outright bursty and damage rather than having sustained damage with your sub-weapons. So, now we've gone over that, let's go over the skills of this suit. This suit doesn't have a lot of skills, it only has 6, but they're interesting, because this suit has enhanced tackle level 3, which means it has an enhanced damage of 80% on top of its tackle with a 10% extra distance covered. That's really big in space, seeing how tackling is already very awkward. Maneuver armor level 1, so it has maneuver armor in space. It has melee combo control level 1, so it has 2 melee swings. High spec AMBAC, which is really, well, it's a space suit, so you know it's got AMBAC. Basically allows it to exit out of any boost motion straight into cruise without having to stop. You'll see that with certain suits because they'll boost, they also come to a dead stop, and then they'll start going again. It's kind of like Balancer with melee attacks on the ground. Has force injector level 1, It has observational data link, so it's able to capture, so enemy health bars captured on your suit's radar will be displayed to your teammates, so people can see who's low health and who to target. It's a little good frontline blue because this is always in the meat, and the enemies will always be displayed health-wise, which allows your team to target concentrate a lot easier. So, with that said, we're gonna hop into the training range. We're gonna go over some basic things to do with the GM Intercept Custom, and then, we'll talk a little bit more about options, strats, and all that stuff. So yeah, see you guys over in the practice range. Alright, so we're in the practice range here, showing off the speed of this suit a little bit. As you can see, it's pretty quick, This is asteroid belt, or asteroid mine, as I call it. So, it's a pretty fast suit. We're almost around the center of the map. We're 3/4 of the way through before our booster has to reset. So essentially, this suit's got a lot of thruster, boost speed, and movement speed. As you can see, we're collapsing down these enemy suits really quickly, just without using our thrusters whatsoever. So, as I said before, these are 2x rocket launchers, which means they'll shoot 2 projectiles. Basically, that little 1,000 number on the damage value, multiply that by 2. Essentially, as you can see, it did 1,700 to that support. But the real nice thing about this suit is, we're going to shoot the support, then we're going to do our melee combo. And here's the thing, you really don't need to melee do 2 swings if you're good at this suit. So, let's do it. Before the time you had to recover from stagger, you can hit with the downswing, and if you're fast enough on your cancel, you can downswing again as long as you can aim your swing. So be careful of that. But essentially, this swing is very long range, and it can hit multiple enemies. So like the thing is we're gonna fly past these two the prototype and the Granddad Gundam with our downswing, and we're gonna try. I probably won't hit the gun cannon, but we'll try. Yeah, we won't hit the gun cannon, but as you can see, both of them were hit. But because of how the animation works, I hit the shield of the Grandpa Gundam, but I actually damaged the prototype Gundam. So, to prove the actual melee capability, see, we're going to aim down all 3 of them. We're going to downswing. Alright, we're going to try and hit them. All 3 enemies were hit. So this suit can really disrupt an enemy team as long as you can really precisely aim your downswing. Now here's the thing, it's a really long downswing, just like most other suits with a long range downswing with multiple steps. It's very easy to counter. Suits that share that problem are the GUF VD, the G-Line, the Assault Armor, the GPO-1, the Gabera Tetra, the GPO-4. Those kinds of suits suffer from this issue of an easy to counter downswing. But here's the thing, you're in space. Tackling is kind of hard to do normally because it's a 360-degree sphere around you that is all movement. There's no locked linear plane that you're sitting on that puts you at an even playing field with your opponent. Your opponent just might happen to be slightly higher than you, slightly below you. Your tackle can slide off and you won't get the tackle. Yes, you give yourself the iframes, but the thing is you don't counter the opponent, and you also burn your entire boost bar, leaving you completely defenseless in this high-speed, high-intensity environment that is space. So keep that in mind. Your Vulcans don't do much. 30 shots is okay. They won't stun an enemy. I put my rocket pods on my Hot Wheel. They stun pretty easily though, so no big deal. You can use your rocket pods in response to other things. They can combo with your Vulcans, I'm pretty sure, as most things can in this game. But your beam spray gun, if you want to poke down raids, it's a good thing to do, or use, I should say, when you really can't get close, because you're trying to save these rockets for when you get up close to the raid, and bam, it's dead, and fly off. With the GM Intercept Custom Fellow Booster, you really need to basically show that you're not some weird little suit flying around that's got a huge giant head. You're flying around saying, everybody, hey look, these boosters allow me to wreck you from a mile away. And let them know that by any means necessary, because you got the kit and the tools to do so. So, in summary, the GM Intercept Fellow Booster is a really, really good general type, especially for space combat. Its armaments allow it to basically stun an opponent, lock down an opponent by itself, but it's also able to hit multiple enemies with its melee weapon via the downswing. Because the downswing has a large AoE hitbox that can disrupt enemy teams and is very hard to counter just based on the nature of space. The topography of the suit and the speed of the suit allows it to maneuver very quickly around space, and therefore makes it even harder to hit and take down in combat, especially for slower suits that are hybrid, that are made more for ground than space combat. It's got maneuver armor, which allows it to shrug off a lot of the instant stun beam weaponry and cannon shots, allowing it to basically only be, and bazookas, basically making it really only vulnerable to really accurate supports and machine gun fire, which you rarely see at 400 cost space. So all in all, this is a really good suit. If you're able to get it and/or roll in gacha, it's a must get, like seriously. So I highly recommend getting the Fellow Booster when possible. Using it when you roll it, it's good at both its costs. It's rivaled by the one general type you should really worry about when you're playing the suit is the Pale Rider Cavalry type, and in space specifically the Pale Rider Space type at 400. At 350, you got a lot more freedom. All you got to worry about is the Pale Rider Cavalry type in terms of general combat. But at 400, you got to start worrying about stuff like the Bishop, support-wise. Bishop is going to tear you apart. The Saikamuzaku can give you a run for your money even though it's a raid. Always be careful for supports. You're kind of squishy. You don't have a lot of defenses, so remember that. But you do hit like a truck. So, with that in mind, yeah, this has been the GM Intercept Fellow Booster. If there's anything I missed, let me know in the comment section below. If there's any suits you want to see in the future videos, also let me know down in the comments. But most importantly, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be putting out more mobile suit content very soon. But yeah, this has been the Grandy Warrior, aka Deranged Pyro, signing off.